Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 707. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey
Yo,
Feinside,
yo.
and Tony Korkanakis.
Hello.
Got a little jump the gun there, Corey.
A little bit. Yep.
Yeah. Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers. We are live on Twitch. We just went live. I'm on there. I'm on the broadcast. So please join us for these sessions if you want to ask us questions during these podcasts. If you do miss these live broadcasts on Twitch, we're over on YouTube. All the content's there, so subscribe to both. That way you get notified when we post, when we go live, and you can follow us and have some fun chats. So, guys, it's 707 of the Moviecast. What's new?
Mm-hmm.
What's been cooking? I will say that I watched part 1 of the Infinite Crisis. I didn't watch to part 3 yet, but I did watch part 1.
Well, you gotta watch part 2 first.
Yeah, I have to watch part 2 after that, and then part 3. As we
Mhm.
mentioned, I think we talked about it last week on the podcast, Mike, about this is Kevin Conroy's final performance. And it's very short, but I want to watch it, so I'll watch this thing. And I'm not a big fan of the animation of this style, the animation style. Like, something's wrong with it. Something's wrong for me on it. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know, and I can't stand. And this goes back to Tony. You've made these points before. Jensen Ackles, I can't stand him as Batman because now all I see him as is Dean Winchester, or now even worse, it's Soldier Boy. You know what I mean? Like I can't untie it. You know what I'm saying? Like all I hear is his voice like that. It's so identifiable. I know his voice, and he doesn't do anything to hide it. It's Jensen Ackles. So I have a big problem with that, with him playing Batman. But people like it, right? I mean, people like his voice, I guess. So, but.
He's been doing it for a little bit now. What he was in, I think, one of the Under Red Hood one. I think that was his most notable.
I think that was his premiere with
was
it Troy Baker as the Joker? Troy Baker, I guess. Yeah.
There's always a good chance.
Yeah. So Troy Baker's doing his best to copy Mark Hamill in this movie. But anyway, so I watched that. I watched Cobra Kai, the new season, episode 1. I don't know where they're going with the story yet. So it's funny because the show kind of makes fun of that in this episode, so I kind of like that. They're like, oh, where are we going? I do like that, but I'm happy that they're ending it this season myself, because I think that how much more can they keep doing this roundabout drama of, oh, this guy's back, oh, this guy's nasty, this guy's back, Cobra Kai thing. So I'm looking forward to this being the final season. I love myself some, obviously, Karate Kid, and I do think this has been a great series, and I'm very happy that, like I said, that Netflix has picked this thing up and run with it. It's been very good. So give Netflix some credit on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then I also watched 3 episodes of the Gundam Witch from Mercury. I watched the first episode like a while back when Tony was talking about this show, and I never got back into it. So I rewatched the first one with the next 2, obviously.
Episode 0 or episode 1?
Oh, episode 1. Oh no, I watched. Oh, no, I watched episode 1, 2, and 3. I never watched episode 0. Is that the evacuation of the where they get the parents and stuff, where the father goes? Or is that 1? That's 1.
Episode 0 is where like a lot of fucked up stuff happens.
Oh, I didn't see episode 0. I only saw 1, 2, and 3. I should watch that.
Yeah, you should.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, 1 starts out with a lot of fucked up shit. So,
does it?
Like, that's her father.
1's prequel.
Well, maybe then I watched 0.
Then you might. 0 starts with like her being
Her father
a kid.
gets killed. Yeah. Her father. It's a year-old, guys. I'm sorry if I spoil this a little bit.
Fine.
Her father gets killed at the end of the episode.
Yeah, like a lot of people just got shot up right in the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. That's
episode 0. Okay.
Yeah. I watched that in the second. So I've watched 2 episodes.
Maybe they numbered it differently depending on.
Yeah, they might have. It's on Crunchyroll, so I watched that. But you guys were talking about anime last week, and I had that Gundam vibe. Like, I definitely want to watch some Gundam. So,
Nice.
Enjoying that quite a bit. And I think that's pretty much it for me. Tony, what about you?
Let's see, a bunch of things. I guess the big thing was I finished Boys today with my brother.
Oh, okay.
How was that?
The finale was super disappointing to me because like
I've heard bad things.
Yeah.
It feels like the writers are really running out of things for the characters to do and stuff. And I'm like the one thing keeping me going here is that like they announced that next season is going to be the final one. Because again, like my biggest issue is where you have these ongoing things, whatever it is, movies, TVs, shows, anime, whatever, where like stuff happens for a season, and then like by the end of it, it's just like basically the status quo again. It's like, oh look, this character is the same. This character is the same. This character is the same, and nothing.
Right. There's no growth.
Yeah.
And it's like this was like I think the culmination of The Boys, because I was like, what happened this season? Really, like, some stuff did, but I'm just like, I didn't really move the needle in terms of like, oh, okay. So whatever. I didn't really care for it too much. There wasn't even like a big, non-spoiler alert, but like there wasn't even like a big battle to look forward to at the end or anything like that. It was just kind of like, oh, that's how they're ending it, I guess. Cool.
And apparently, Gen Z or Gen V is going to explore the finale more before season 5 starts.
Yeah, that's good and all. I mean, like the thing is, like, I don't know. You've talked about the first season being good. I just don't know if I want to get even more invested in this because I don't know.
I hear you.
It's just
I don't like The Boys. I think Gen V was interesting though.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it then. Let's check it out.
Yeah, it's one of the things where I'm like,
I just think the characters are more interesting. It's like you're saying, like in The Boys, it's just like, well, we're just doing the same song and dance every season.
Yeah. I get that. Like that's how many.
That was fresh. So who knows? Maybe it's the same thing in season 2, but at least season 1 was interesting.
How could they? Yeah, we'll see.
I might check it out. We'll see. We got over a year until the final season, so
exactly.
More than likely I'll watch it at some point. That was the biggest thing.
Acolyte? Did you watch that?
No, I'm gonna go through that. I think.
Okay.
Because that ended. I just like the biggest things. I don't like the.
Yeah.
Do this episode.
Fair enough.
Randomly, I rewatched Shrek 1 the other day.
Okay.
Because I need something like just so I didn't want to watch something new, so I had to pay attention, but just put it on in the background. I was like, oh, Shrek 1's here, sure. Yeah. It's still enjoyable. The animation doesn't hold up obviously, but it's like 20-something years old. You look at it now and you're just like, Jesus, like how did we get from there to like Puss in Boots, right? Where you like look at that animation, you're like, damn, okay, this field has advanced quite a bit in 20-something years, so. It was fine. I don't know. I don't think they had the second or third ones up, so I might have to.
Shrek 2 is like such an amazing movie.
Some high seas.
Yeah, set some high seas for those.
But cool. Shrek 2 is such an amazing film. Like for me, like it's such a superior movie to 1 in my opinion, if I remember right. But who knows how it aged? I haven't seen it in so long. Who knows how it aged? That's cool though. I'm excited for 5. For. Obviously, I really hope they bring back that magic of the first 2.
So with Last Wish, that was such a good movie, and the animation is so cool. Like if they bring that animation over,
they will.
I loved it.
Oh, no doubt. Cool. All right, Corey.
Well, I had a few hours to kill, and so I was like, "What can I do in these few hours?" And so it just so happened Twisters was playing, so I was like, "You know what? Fuck it, I'm going to see it."
Corey single-handedly supporting.
Yeah. Hey, great this weekend. We'll get to that.
So I went to see it, and I was early, unfortunately, because like usually like you get a half-hour trailers, right? You always this movie starts at
25 minutes.
Yeah, 7 o'clock. You're not watching the movie till 7:30, right? But I was like, I just have nothing to do right now, and I'm like in the area, and it's playing, so I'll just sit down and wait. So I got there like half hour before the movie started. I got there like when it's because it was 10 o'clock. So it started at 10. I got there at 10. And so I sat through these trailers, and there's this old couple in front of me. And the guy throughout the entire time the trailer's going was like, fucking trailers. Like I could have been home taking a nap. And the lady's like, well, next time we know we're gonna come back. And like he's like, oh, what is going on? And plus there was like a family of like 5 people to the left of me. And they had like kids that were like 6 and 7 maybe in this movie. And all the trailers were horror films. I'm like, what is going on? There was like Smile. It was the Alien Romulus trailer. It had some new movie about like Jehovah's Witnesses getting trapped into some house. I'm like, what is this? Is such a weird trailers for this movie. But anyway, movie comes on, and it is like it's interesting because it doesn't really feel like nostalgic. Like I'm not like feeling like, oh, they're trying to hit that nostalgia feel. It just felt like a 90s disaster movie. It just like it hit that mark like really well, and they did such a good job with bringing it up to like a modern time, and everything that people like said that it was good about it. It's like I said, felt about it. I was like, this is actually really, really good. And so I looked it up a little bit because it looked really good. The video, the quality, it felt like I was watching a '90s disaster film again. And the thing was like the director filmed this on 35 millimeter film instead of digital.
Oh,
So he said
cool.
So I was like, that's why it felt this way. It looked this way. And then the special effects looked as better because on 35 millimeter the special effects actually look better than when you do them digitally because it's like green screen on green screen kind of thing. So it's like this was really well done, like quality visually, and then the characters are basically perfect cliches, but they were fun and interesting. I think they kind of did the reverse thing here, where like with the Helen Hunt character was the guy instead of the reverse, I guess it was in the original Twisters, and they had some throwbacks to the original Twisters, but there wasn't like any cameos or like a shared universe or anything like that. But it was just like a really well put together disaster film that we haven't seen before. It's not like or in a while, right? You haven't seen something like this since the '90s, really. So it was cool to see. I appreciated it a lot, and I would say it's definitely a movie you should definitely check out when it comes out on streaming. It probably like a week is my guess, because that's when they do it. But it's actually a superior movie than the first one. But they do like shot for shot scenes from like the first movie also. There's like I think the first one had like a movie theater scene or something, and they do a movie theater scene like the same way kind of in this.
Did they have a flying cow?
No cows.
Oh, no cows.
That were flying anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's good. I'd say it was of the like we don't really get those big spectacle movies. Like it, I think as far as story wise, it had more story to it than Kong versus Godzilla, but it's on that level of turn off your brain. You're not there for intense like mind numbingly like serious storytelling slash puzzles and stuff, but it's just there for the spectacle.
Got it. Cool. All right, Mike.
I saw the parade at Sesame Place. It took
Not much on TV.
Two and a half year old to Sesame Place, so
That's fine.
that was most of what I did.
All right. I did finish up Acolyte this season, the finale. I forgot to mention that one. Obviously, it was a very good finale. Overall, good show for season 1. The villain was fantastic. I feel like the main character is still not interesting enough. They should more focus on the villain. But I did enjoy this series. I thought the guy from Squid Games was incredible. Fantastic job from him. He did an amazing job. And there's some cameo stuff in there. They throw in little sprinkles of some Star Wars fandom, which I liked to wonder about what's going to happen in season 2 as long as we get one. And I hope we do. And
wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, because they left it quite open.
What do you mean?
That's my only gripe
about the fandom.
Huh?
What did you mean about something from the fandom?
They gave a lot like sprinkling of cameos.
They gave stuff for the fans.
Continuity.
Fan service.
Cameos. It's like so far removed from everything.
It's not that far removed.
Characters that you've heard of that you haven't seen the story for yet.
Long in Star Wars.
Ugh, God.
So, and it's funny is because like if you're not even a Star Wars fan, you'll be like, "Who the fuck was that?" And then you're like, "I know who it is because I'm a Star Wars fan." So I was like, "Oh, I hope they bring this character into live action for the first time ever, and it's interesting. We shall see." But I don't want to give that spoiler away because it's a really good cameo. Maybe I don't even think you'll know who it is, Tony, when you watch the series. It'd be interesting to hear if you know who the fuck that is. Yeah, you might know it, but we'll see. And when you get there, I'll be like, I know who that is, and I'll tell you.
You just referenced like a KOTOR character, so whatever.
No, I referenced a.
Don't say it then.
Oh,
don't
sorry.
say it. What are you doing, Jesus?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm not saying anything, but
We'll
okay.
say yes or no to anything, Jim.
I'm not confirming or denying anything. That's it. I'm done.
There.
Done. Good season. I actually enjoyed it. There was a lot of flack for it online, but if you're a Star Wars fan, definitely watch it. And if you did like,
flack.
Huh?
When does Star Wars not have flack online?
Yeah, it's true. Most people, everything they do, they hate.
Or online.
Star Wars fans are the worst fans in the world.
1983.
Yeah, Star Wars fans are the worst fans in the world. Probably 1983, Mike. You're probably right. Last time we didn't have shit happen online. But yeah, definitely check it out. And if you're not a Star Wars fan but you like the Andor series, I think this is kind of like not as good, but it's probably next best in my opinion. So there we go.
Interesting.
All right,
Next best.
Next best, yeah, and it's not holding up too much. Ahsoka was probably my second best from after that, but all right, box office,
Mandalorian.
guys. Twisters. Corey mentioned Twisters. He saw it, and yeah, next best. Sorry, Telfe. Thank you for joining us, Telfe. By the way, next best after Andor. Sorry, now I'm on Twisters box office. 81.3 million for the opening weekend for that movie.
That's really
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic opening weekend for this.
It's tracking like right by Oppenheimer, which is crazy.
Rated R. Is no, the box office is obviously up and down. We know this going on. Is nostalgia the new draw for box office?
They've been weaponizing nostalgia for years, Jim. What are you talking about?
Like, yeah,
since before COVID.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying, right? With this, like,
they love nostalgia, but honestly, I think it is like people just want something new, right? Because like, if you think about the last 10 years of films, it's pretty much been like MCU stuff and then sprinkling of other superhero things and properties, Star Wars, and it's like that's
Disney in general.
Yeah, and like that's it, and it's just like, oh, cool. It's like you have 3 options basically.
Yeah,
and something like Top Gun Maverick. Obviously there's nostalgia involved in it, but that was a really good movie.
Yeah.
And then last year with Barbie and like Oppenheimer, it's like, oh, these are 2 original IP.
Those were originals,
right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, we're cooking.
But like, I feel like the long-awaited sequels, like Bad Boys came out and did okay.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, like just the playing on the old films from like blockbuster movies and stuff. The old summer blockbusters.
Yeah, like I think nostalgia absolutely plays a factor in it too. But I think it was just like everything, like things are just cyclical. It's like, oh yeah, like I do want like a buddy cop movie. When was the last buddy cop movie? Like it wasn't on in theaters, but like that Beverly Hills Cop. It's not even called Ford. I think it's called like F or Foley or something like that or whatever. But it's just like
I think it's his name, Axel Foley or something.
Yeah. So it's just you just got to give people new options to.
Yeah, and like it's easy because you get the name, so people recognize the name from somewhere. Like, oh, I heard about this something, and so it kind of makes people think about a shared universe or something there, because that people are now trained to know like, oh, all these movies are connected. And so it has like Twisters has the same font, and they're just putting the S right after, so it's like aliens. It's like, oh, this isn't Twisters 2, it's just Twisters and the new one. But it's nice that it was different, and it wasn't just another like CG fest of superheroes. Like
that's cool.
Tony was saying, yeah, it's just different and fun ride to go on instead of super powered people all the time.
Yeah. Despicable Me 4, 24.4, Inside Out 2 at 12.8, Long Legs, and Quiet Place Day 1.
It's got like 2 million to go, or to go before 6.
I was just bringing it up now, so I was trying to see. Where did all time?
What?
This site is so hard to navigate now. I can't find things. Yeah. All right. Anyways, so let's see. That's your box office this week. Opening Friday or Thursday, I guess, depending where you're at, is finally Deadpool, guys.
Yeah.
Could be huge. Should be huge.
It premiered already, so people are spoiling it on the socials.
I had to go on
I'm avoiding it.
Keyword muting, stuff like that. But reviews just dropped like an hour or 2 ago, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid those too.
Rotten score, I think it just got certified fresh.
Yeah, 85, I think.
Yeah.
I saw an IGN score of like a 7, and I'm trying to. It's whatever. So the Rotten score is good, more impressive to hear like more.
We should
of this.
Like, I don't know. Do you have predictions on any cameos? I don't know anything.
Channing Tatum.
You think Channing Tatum's Gambit?
Yeah, Channing Tatum.
That's a good one.
Gambit. I'm going that one.
I like it.
I don't like this. Because like I stopped paying attention to leaks a while ago. I think you have insider information.
Whoa!
Insider information. I just said I don't know anything. I'm just saying we all have speculated. All the Fox universe is wide open.
There's been a lot of rumors and leaks and stuff, and to the point where I turned off paying attention
I did not
a long time ago.
I've read some leaks. I did not pick any of those characters. Honor system here, I picked somebody just random.
No, I mean, I think that's fine. Like I said, I don't know any. I'm trying to avoid it all as well. I just think it's interesting because there's gonna be cameos in this. I think they already said. I mean, it's Deadpool. Like what? There, you saw the Fox logo in the freaking
Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna get
set
cameos
photos
of
and stuff.
most of the Fox X-Men characters in some capacity or not.
Hmm.
Not really.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We will
off the
see.
wall- I
And
mean,
I'm going to
off
see
the
it Friday night.
if
I'm
we're going
excited.
off the wall, I would pick something that was not related. I'd pick something that was like Ryan Reynolds related, like
Nice guy. What was the other one? No, what did he just do? He did the
Blake Lively.
like yeah. She's gonna be probably in it.
What's his Wrexham buddy, right?
Yeah, I bet you he's in it. I bet you he's in it.
You know
There's no
who's not gonna be in it?
McElhenney.
The guy from the first Deadpool is Weasel guy.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they hate each other now. Yeah.
Let's get Thomas Jane Punisher.
Tailfade, expect the X-Men and Deadpool. There's no doubt. I mean, they may not survive, but they'll be in this movie.
Some form.
I
mean, I hope they do like a black suit stuff and they kill those guys real quick.
You
Yeah.
guys see that? I leaked that article about how
I was going to just mention that.
Hmm?
Yeah.
how the whole thing was the whole black leather suit thing was executive meddling because they're like, Matrix
I
is
told
popular.
you that's what was. I said that when you guys were complaining about it, I'm like, that was in at the time, you know? Matrix, black leather. Actually, I still like the way those suits look. I mean, I don't mind it.
Yeah, but this is the first time we got
fine for the
confirmation that
time.
was executive meddling. It wasn't like a design choice. It was like, no, you need to do it because Matrix is popular. Okay, man.
So we don't know if they could have
Numbers.
adapted the costumes back then to screen because they weren't even given a chance.
No.
I mean, they could have. We saw it with Spider-Man. And Spider-Man was comic accurate and was great.
No, Spider-Man was running around in like a leather jacket and leather pants.
Spider-Man's suit was darker than
It was
that.
darker, but it's still a Spider-Man suit.
And he had like Oakley shades. So it's not exactly comic book accurate. They adjusted it for those times
It
as
was
well.
way more comic book accurate than fucking X-Men.
The thing about X-Men is they go through so many suits too. They don't have.
None of those
iconic
suits
ones
appeared in the
like-
comics.
They
At
absolutely
least-
had iconic ones. Are you serious? They had the 90s Jim Lee run.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And
The X-Men
that was
animated?
very much the 90s. By the time those
So they had
contemporary comics of the time, they were wearing like the ultimate suits where
Spider-Man hasn't
Wolverine
changed
is
since he
wearing-
came out, except for the black suit.
Right. So this is what was in the comics at that time. This is what they were wearing. So that's comic book accurate. That was just what was going on.
I'm pretty sure the Ultimate Run copied the movies.
Yeah, because it was popular, because that was how it looked at the time.
You can't say it's
But
comic
there
accurate
was-
when the comics they're like, oh, well, we'll do the Ultimate line to appeal to new readers. We'll make them look like the
Yeah,
the
I don't.
movies.
They could have done it, but it was the executives saying no.
I
And
don't
we will
think
never know.
1999, they were looking the same as they did in 1992 in the comics.
Who? I mean, yeah, they're
tried a
great,
bunch
but
of
like from bright and colorful to leather daddy BDSM gear, that's not something they were wearing.
The closest we got was
don't know about
Logan in his leather jacket before he got the X suit stuff.
Right.
So, but yeah, well, we'll find out next week. We'll have our thoughts.
Yeah, opening, I think it's projected 160, 170 domestic.
What are you thinking, Jim? That's
was
really 200. You said 200, didn't you?
I'll go for it. 200. That's way high. That's way high, but I'll go for it.
Oh, dude,
Someone's got to be bold. Someone's got to be bold.
Damn.
I mean,
I honestly
What did
think
Inside
the
Out
one-
do?
I think
It's
the other
okay.
180.
Inside Out did 155, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 200. I'll go 200. I think
Inside
it'd be
Out's
the
a kids
180.
film though. Like this is a R-rated film.
R-rated film, I know, but I don't think that matters right now. I really don't.
No,
I just,
Mhm.
I don't.
That's
Look
gonna
what Twisters did. Twisters almost at 82 million.
Yeah.
Twisters.
Like, it's crazy to think, but Black box office is coming back. Like I did not expect this
I wouldn't
at all.
say it's coming back. It just
What do
it's
you
showing
mean?
some signs of life, but like it's still not good.
Okay, when I say coming back, I'm saying like we've had openings of 154,
Mhm.
82, 75, 80, 55, 56, 58, 52. Like those are 8 movies that have gone over 50 million opening weekend for them. I did not
Sure.
expect
No,
8
no, no,
movies to
sure.
do anywhere near that.
I understand. I'm just saying, compared to last year, we're still nowhere near where we need to be.
It's upward trending though.
No, it's not.
In
what time frame are you saying it's upward trending? Compared
What's
to
that?
when? Upward trending compared to when?
The last, I would say the last 2 years have been down.
All right, so in 2023, we had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies break 100 million opening weekend. So far, we've had 1. So it's not upward trending. If we're halfway through the year and we only had 1.
What's the median average? That's my question. Because there was a lot of bombs last year.
There are a lot of bombs this year. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but there's been a lot of good successes too.
Like what? Inside Out 2 and
Twisters, Inside Out 2, Despicable Me is pretty good.
Yeah, but
Dune,
that success is like, oh, this didn't bomb and is going on Paramount Plus in a week or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, how many we report on all that? Like, how many movies just went to just got sent to die and it's like, okay, well, you're on Paramount and within a month or something like that, or Peacock.
I mean, not even Furiosa. Like, I thought Furiosa was going to do well.
Furiosa's a huge bomb. They just canceled the fucking sequel because it bombed so bad.
They canceled the franchise.
Yeah, it's like they're done. They're done.
And that was a fantastic movie. So
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, I'm surprised. I really thought this year was just going to be super sad to watch. But like we've had surprises that have genuinely surprised me. Like Inside Out, Twisters, even Quiet Place did better than I thought it was going to do. So, and Bad Boys, I had no faith in Bad Boys doing close to $200 million domestically.
Yeah, there have been winners for sure. It's not like everything's bombed, but again, it's just like writing is not good. Like we're over halfway through the year. One movie's done $1 billion. This will probably be the second.
I didn't even think we'd get to 2, so that's pretty impressive.
I thought we would have 0.
So
no, there's no way. Deadpool doesn't get $1 billion. Come on,
it will be. Mike, there's no way, man.
Those early projections.
Mike, there's no way.
If it opens at 170 worldwide, it's gonna kill it.
No way.
We'll
all right.
I think it's gonna be close, but
I don't think it's gonna be close.
I mean, I'm saying 175 for Deadpool. That's the highest I can go.
Yeah, I think 175 is pretty reasonable.
See,
to go beyond projections, you really need strong walk-in audiences.
Yeah.
So,
I like I said, my gut says in the 180s, but I'm gonna go 200. To hell with it. I'll be the high guy.
The thing that I think does help it is the spoiler factor.
Yeah.
Right, because we know this movie is been like super hyped up, and we know there's going to be cameos and the nostalgia factor here as well, and people are not going to want to miss out on getting that opening weekend because they don't want to get spoiled next week. So I think that does help the opening weekend, but we'll see that drop off. That's the big indicator.
That's what we'll see at the legs. So all right, other news, we've got Kevin Feige talking after they did like a 40-minute preview of this. Obviously this movie's now been shown, but they did a 40-minute preview later last week. Kevin Feige came out afterwards in a press conference, talking about the next saga after the multiverse saga will be called the Mutant Saga.
About time.
The mutants are coming. They're already here, but it's it's happening after the multiverse saga. So look for that.
It's weird that that's happening.
Yeah, mutants are back. And did you? Oh, never mind. That's a game.
Who could have possibly predicted this? I don't know, man.
Gamecast conversation. I forgot. Let me forget about the Capcom stuff. I didn't post it in the news. Todd McFarlane also posted King Spawn. Do we need a Spawn movie, guys? Because it's coming.
Not really.
No,
I agree. I agree, but it is news, and I thought it was interesting that they're trying to do Spawn again.
He's been making this movie for like 10 years. I feel like.
Yeah, like that was a cool
movie
design.
And that character was very much of that time.
90s, late 90s. Yeah.
I don't see doing it again. It's almost. I kind of feel the same way about Blade. I put those things together. I feel like that's part of why there's so much trouble with the production of Blade. Because I don't know if that character translates that easily, but people just think of it, box it in that time period a little bit. So how did they get out of that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Spawn's really edgy. I mean, super edgy.
I almost watched
Might be
his
the original
design-
Edgelord.
He really
Blade's
is.
another black leather guy, though.
Yeah, Spawn. I almost watched the HBO one, Corey, the animated.
Mhm.
It was on my list, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen that in so long, but there's so many other things to watch.
I
I'm
don't
like,
think
I'm
it
not
holds
watching it right
up.
now. Yeah. All right. Let's see. We've got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cross Naruto comic book coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
Cross
artwork
with
looks
everybody.
awesome. The designs look great for the turtles. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, they look fantastic.
Yeah, I like their
Like-
Anbu type masks, or their
Yeah. I think
just wearing those.
everyone that you posted in our chat, like I was like, oh, this character looks fantastic. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this looks awesome. Yeah. So I'm excited for this. I might pick this up actually. Mike, any interest?
No.
It was Batman,
All right.
baby.
He did
I
read the
did-
Batman.
I-
comics,
they
correct?
have 3 of those. Yeah.
No,
no,
I'm
I'm
talking
saying that
Batman,
Batman
Naruto.
Naruto.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Ooh, Batman.
Batman
Naruto.
No.
You'd stay away from that one too. All right. Remember, Mike said this on this podcast 707? Because they'll do it at some point.
Probably.
So, all right, guys.
I don't know.
Apple TV. Apple TV. We say this every week. Is probably has some of the greatest shows you've never seen. Unfortunately, it looks like they're going to be scaling back on this spending. So they spent over $20 billion in shows and movies since the launch, and they're trying to rein their budgets in.
I mean, they haven't. I don't know where they're making any money from this.
No, the
Definitely
platform
not.
currently
They're not.
the platform currently generates less views in a month than Netflix does in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Impressive.
So, which brings me to the Severance show, which I love, coming January. Can't wait for Severance season 2. $20 million per episode budget for this show. How, Corey? Like we both see.
I was trying to think, like, where are you spending the money? But I mean, if you're getting the actors back, maybe
actor
if they're,
salaries, I guess, but like
I don't know. I don't know where they're spending the money.
it's not a it's there's not a
It's
set.
not House of Dragons. It's not Game of Thrones.
It's like an office complex. I mean, how expensive is it to film in an office complex? So that's really all it is. So I don't know. I just
understand, but no, I mean, that's the thing. Is like I feel like Apple, because they're a tech company, they're not an entertainment company. They're just like, oh, well, we need a streaming thing, right? Like, why not? Everybody else is doing it. Amazon is doing it, and I guarantee you that's probably why they got to do it. Like, oh, we can't let Amazon capitalize on this. And the things I have seen on Apple have been good, but it's almost like, I don't want to say this. It's almost too prestigious for its own good a lot of times, right? Where like they get the big names, they get the big directors, the big actors and stuff like that. And that's great and all, but you do need some lowbrow content. You really do. Like you need stuff that has like wide mass appeal, and I just don't feel Apple has that.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I think Ted Lasso's probably the most.
Yeah, the one exception.
Yeah, exactly. And everything else feels like not necessarily. It's like that Oscar style. It's like, oh, this is the Oscar bait type of thing. It's like all these like big names, like you're saying, and like
the moon or whatever the fuck it is.
Right. It's like nobody cares about that necessarily, and you're not pulling people in. But like again, Severance is a fantastic show, but nobody knows anything about it. Nobody knows like
no marketing.
There's no marketing. Nobody seems to like care.
Yeah.
And then there's like shows like Ted Lasso. It's just like a fun, low thinking. You don't have to be like totally invested, and you can just enjoy it and have fun with it.
Yeah, I love Ted Lasso, but I think it's one of those like flukes almost where it's like, oh, we didn't intend for this to like.
Right. Well, everything else is so serious. It seems like it's like
absolutely.
Yeah.
Plus no marketing.
Yeah, there's no marketing, and that's ultimately and I understand not trying. Like they're putting a lot of money in the investment of it, and it's bundled in with their services. So like they're hiding this cost with $30 a month for whatever the Apple Plus they're selling, Apple One Plus. So it's kind of hides the cost of it there, and they're probably pulling Microsoft a little bit on this, trying to hide the value the Game Pass cost.
100%,
but
absolutely, I mean,
yeah, so
that's what it is.
Yeah. We'll see what they bring out. I hope this doesn't affect Severance because that's a great show, but they do need to rein that budget in. I don't know why it's so high. So, but all right. And that's pretty much it for the Moviecast. So
wait, didn't you want something about Capcom?
No, that's on the Gamecast. Don't let me forget.
Okay. Well, I was like, why are we bringing?
Yeah, don't let me forget the Capcom one.
Sure.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up, guys, on this episode. So thanks for tuning in for the Moviecast. We have the Gamecast coming up, so stay tuned. Lots to talk about on there. Again, we're on Twitch Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining us. If you join us live, if you're watching these on YouTube, though, hit that subscribe button because we could appreciate that. We need that. Thank you guys. We will see you guys. We are out.